Picture this, you guys. It is 1995. A young researcher named Dr. Adele Green is sitting in a lab in Australia, and she is about to accidentally discover something that is going to change how we think about beauty forever. She is not studying makeup. She is not studying fashion. She is studying skin cancer prevention. What she finds is going to make you question every single thing that you think you know about aging. She takes two groups of people. Group 1 gets told wear sunscreen every day. Group 2 gets told wear it when you feel like it. 4.5 years later, she photographs their faces. And when the results come back, even she can't believe what she's seeing, okay? The daily sunscreen group, 24% less aging. Not a little bit less, 24% less. That is like turning back nearly 5 years of aging. Some participants showed no detectable aging at all, 0. While the other group, wrinkles, sunspots, texture changes, all the things that we blame on getting older, that is not genetics, that is neglect. And that is when Dr. Green realized something that the beauty industry really doesn't want you to know, okay? You're not cursed with bad genes. You are just ignoring physics and biology. And today I am giving you the playbook. Skin, hair, face, body, camera, 0 fluff. You are going to leave with a week-long plan and receipts. But let's just get something straight before we dive in, okay? You don't have to chase hotness for other people. This title says, look hotter, because that is what people are going to be searching for. But the real point here is when you look better, you feel better. Your confidence goes up. And that is for you, not for anyone else, okay? If your goal today is self-respect over attention, do that. If it is maximum attention, maximum attractiveness, this is your playbook, okay? But first, I want to tell you about the $1 billion lie that has been keeping you from your hottest self. This is the skin truth that they don't want you to know, okay? So here's what no one tells you about skin. Your skin is a literal billboard. Every single day, people are reading that billboard before they even hear you speak, before they notice your outfit, before they see your hair. They are making snap judgments about your health, your age, your attractiveness based on one thing, the quality of your skin, okay? And the beauty industry has literally spent billions convincing you that good skin comes from expensive serums and complicated routines. But real studies say something completely different. I used to skip sunscreen all the time, you guys. When I saw old pictures of myself compared to now, literally game over. SPF every single day. I am not asking you to love sunscreen. I am asking you to like your face next summer. But here's where it gets dark, okay? The skincare machine knows that SPF outperforms most things that they can upsell. A $15 sunscreen is not going to pad margins like a $300 serum. So they have built an entire marketing machine around convincing you that the answer is more complex, more expensive, more everything. Dr. Green's sunscreen study was not a fluke, you guys. It has been replicated over and over again. Daily SPF is the single most powerful anti-aging tool on the planet. More powerful than any cream, any procedure, any supplement. It doesn't matter. It's just the best thing for your skin, okay? Here's the kicker. Most people still don't wear it daily. They are going to spend $300 on a face cream, but they're going to skip the $15 sunscreen that actually prevents aging. Explain that to me, please. A reputable survey found the average woman spends over $200,000 on beauty products in her lifetime. Half of it is wasted on things that don't even work. Next time you are in your bathroom, check your shelf. Do you own sunscreen? If yes, comment below what brand you own. If not, you are aging faster than you should. I can promise you that. The real reason that your selfies flop, it's not your makeup, it is the light, okay? Screenshot this. SPF daily equal to approximately 24% less photo aging in 4.5 years. Now let's talk about the second most proven anti-aging ingredient. And spoiler alert, it is not what Instagram is selling you. Retinoids, okay? I love retinoids. The dermatology community has been shouting about these for decades. Originally developed to treat acne, researchers accidentally discovered that they rebuild collagen, they fade dark spots, and they visibly improve signs of sun damage. But here's what they don't tell you in those TikToks. Stick with it for a season. That's when you're going to see it kick in. So I used retinoids for months with nothing happening. Then suddenly, a season later, my skin texture flipped. Translation, set a reminder, not a timer. And here's the thing about retinoids that no one mentions. They work by speeding up cell turnover, which is basically when your skin sheds faster and regenerates new healthier cells faster. But that process takes time. Most people quit after 2 weeks because they expect Instagram level instant results. But the real magic happens around months 3 to 6. And yes, your skin might get worse before it gets better. Retinization can happen, but you do not need to peel for retinoids to work. Tolerance first, glow later. The beauty sleep thing is also real. So there was a study where researchers photographed people after normal sleep versus sleep deprivation, then showed those photos to strangers, okay? Everyone thought the tired faces looked worse because when you don't sleep, your skin does not repair. It is literally that simple. But here's what's wild about the sleep study. So it wasn't just about looking tired. Sleep deprived faces were rated as less trustworthy, less competent, and less likely to be chosen for dates or job interviews. Your sleep quality is literally affecting how people perceive your character. So during deep sleep, your body increases blood flow to your skin, rebuilds collagen, and repairs UV damage. And if you miss that window consistently, you're not just tired, you are aging faster. The magic number, 7 to 9 hours, not 6, not 5, because you think you're special, 7 to 9, okay? And here is a sleep hack that nobody talks about. Silk pillowcases are not just bougie. Cotton increases friction and compression, which can mean more creasing for skin and more snagging for hair. Silk or satin equals less friction, you guys. So let's talk about the thing that is either making you look younger or older every single time that someone sees you. Your hair is basically a health report card that everyone can see, and science has the receipts to prove this. So researchers hooked people up to eye tracking devices and showed them photos of different hair. Healthy, glossy hair, people's eyes were drawn to it like magnets. Damaged, dull hair, their eyes actively avoided it. So your hair is either doing PR for you or damage control. One time I went months without deep conditioning back in my high school days, and my hair looked like actual hay in pictures. You guys, never again. But here's what the eye tracking study really revealed. People spent significantly more time looking at faces with healthy hair. Your hair is not just about style, it is about commanding visual real estate. So here is something that's going to sound controversial, but the research suggests this. Medium to long hair usually rates higher than very short hair. Rules don't apply to icons, but stats are helpful when you are optimizing. And before anyone comes for me, yes, I literally cut my hair to my shoulders like 6 months ago. I still felt hot. You can rock whatever length you love. I am just giving you what the data says if your personal goal is maximizing odds, okay? 1 tweak, 6 months, different hair. The length bias is not arbitrary. Evolutionarily, long, healthy hair signals youth, fertility, and good genes. It takes years to grow hair to your waist, which means years of consistent health and nutrition. Short hair reduces that evolutionary signal. It doesn't erase your attractiveness. It's just that stats guide options. They don't set your worth. So that said, if you have short hair and if you love it, own it, okay? Confidence trumps everything. But if you are currently growing out a pixie cut and you are feeling impatient, understand that you are literally growing a youth signal, okay? Volume is everything, you guys. Thick, full hair signals youth and vitality. The real secret here, though, to volume is scalp health. Your follicles are like plants. They need good soil, proper drainage, and adequate blood flow. Of course, There was that one study with rosemary oil where it performed at the same level as minoxidil in a group of men with androgenetic alopecia. However, that was just one study. For me, in my mind, with rosemary oil, I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt my scalp. And if there are benefits to it, then good. However, I'm not betting that it's going to work. So do I recommend you to use rosemary oil if you want, if it doesn't irritate your scalp? It's possible that it does help with hair growth. Is it going to increase your hair growth beyond what your body is physically capable of? No. But the real secret to volume is scalp health. So your follicles are like plants. They need good soil, they need proper drainage and adequate blood flow. Scalp massage increases circulation, clarifying shampoos remove buildup that can clog follicles, and avoiding tight hairstyles prevents traction alopecia. But here is the real problem, okay? You have no idea what is actually working in your routine. That mask you bought, that oil, you're guessing, okay? You're literally guessing. I literally made an app for this. Hair2Hair, that is what it's called. I was sick of guessing. Now I just log it and it shows me what is actually making my hair better or worse. I can scan any product, get a match percentage for your hair type, because let's be honest, half your shelf is marketing lies in a literal bottle. Here's why most products fail. They are formulated for average hair, but there is no such thing as average hair. Your hair's porosity, density, curl pattern, and damage level create a unique fingerprint for your hair. A protein treatment that transforms one person's hair might leave another's feeling like literal straw. Hair2Hair analyzes your specific hair characteristics, and it tells you the probability that the product will work for you before you waste money on it. It is like having a trichologist in your pocket. When you scan your shampoo later on the app, drop the percentage below. I am bracing for a few 30s, okay? Low score doesn't mean it's bad. It means that it's probably wrong for your hair. Next, I'm going to show you how makeup literally tricks the human brain and why it works every single time. But before we get to that, I want to tell you guys about the hair mistake that is aging you faster than anything else. Once you push past around 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius, risk of bubble hair, aka water boiling in the shaft, and keratin denaturation climbs fast. For fine hair, you should stay between 300 to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. For coarse hair, 325 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Always use heat protectant, always, and avoid tools with hot spots. The fix, heat protectant every single time. Lower temperatures and invest in tools with even heat distribution, not the cheap ones that create hot spots. Your future self is going to thank you when you are not wearing extensions to feel confident. Let's talk about symmetry. Perfect facial symmetry is very rare, but here is what researchers discovered when they used computer software to make faces more symmetrical. Every single time, the more symmetrical version was rated as more attractive. Every single time, you guys. You cannot change your bone structure without surgery, but you can create the illusion of symmetry. Your hair part can highlight asymmetry or it can hide asymmetry. Your eyebrow shape can balance your features or it can throw them off. Even practicing a symmetrical smile in the mirror makes a huge difference. Next time you're in the mirror, try smiling. You can even do it right now. Are your eyebrows balanced or are they uneven? But here's what's fascinating about the symmetry smiles. It's not just about beauty. Symmetrical faces are rated as more trustworthy, more intelligent, and more leadership capable. Your facial symmetry is literally affecting how people perceive your confidence. The asymmetry most people have, one eyebrow sits higher than the other. That's my case. One eye appears smaller. One side of your smile is stronger. These are small differences, but your brain notices them subconsciously. And the fix, strategic makeup. Fill in the lower brow slightly more to match the higher one. Use white eyeliner on the waterline of the smaller looking eye. Practice smiling evenly in the mirror until it becomes automatic. But makeup is where the real magic happens, okay? And I don't mean magic like fairy tales. I mean magic like neuroscience. Real science confirms that faces with makeup are consistently rated as more attractive than the same faces without makeup. But the question is why, okay? Foundation evens out skin tone, which our brains interpret as a health signal, as I mentioned earlier. Mascara makes eyes look larger, which triggers protective instincts. Lip color enhances femininity markers. Use makeup like a highlighter pen, not a mask. And here's the neuroscience behind makeup. Your brain processes faces in milliseconds, and it makes instant judgment based on health, youth, and fertility. Makeup hijacks these ancient programs by amplifying the signals that your brain is already looking for. Even skin tone, health signal. Bright eyes, youth signal. Flushed cheeks, arousal signal. Full lips, fertility signal. I'm not kidding, you guys. Makeup is not about covering your face, okay? It's about speaking to the primitive part of people's brains in a language that they understand without realizing it. 30 seconds, 3 myths, 0 mercy. Let's get into it. Multiple controlled studies have found that women wearing red are rated as significantly more attractive. Red lipstick, red clothing, even red accessories. It triggers something primal in human psychology. Evolutionary associations with fertility and vitality. So in one study, waitresses wearing red received significantly higher tips, and in another study, women wearing red were approached more frequently at bars. So the color red literally makes you more noticeable and more memorable, but context matters. So red is more, I would say red is better for dating and nightlife over wearing it at a workplace. And when you wear red, noticeability reliably goes up. But here's the thing about red, okay? So it has to be the right red for you. Cool toned people look better in blue-based reds like cherry or berry. Warm toned people are gonna shine in orange-based red. It's like coral or brick. Wrong red, and you are going to look washed out entirely, okay? But the right red, and you're gonna look alive and magnetic. Now let's go on to your teeth, okay? So your teeth matter more than you think. One study found that fixing crooked teeth made faces look about 7% more attractive. Results are going to vary by face, but it is the same bump that you get from an amazing makeup routine. But it's not just about straightness, okay? Teeth whitening can take literally years off your appearance. Yellow teeth age you. White teeth make you look younger, healthier, and more successful. The fastest at-home fix is professional strength whitening strips. Like in office is most dramatic, but it can cause short-term sensitivity. The cheapest, I would say, is a whitening toothpaste used consistently for 3 months. And here is a teeth hack that no one talks about. The color of your lipstick affects how white your teeth look. Okay, so blue-based reds make teeth appear whiter. Orange-based colors make them look more yellow. So now you are about to see why models never face the camera straight on, but first let me destroy the biggest makeup myth that is making you look older. The myth, more coverage equals better makeup. That is wrong, okay? Heavy foundation settles into fine lines and it makes them more visible. Heavy concealer creases and draws attention to imperfections. The secret, spot concealing and strategic highlighting cover only what needs covering. Highlight the high points of your face to create dimension. Let your real skin show through. The goal is not perfection, it is enhancement. Okay, so there was this speed dating study that changed everything that we know about attraction. So researchers filmed people on speed dates and they tracked who got second dates. Okay, what they found was shocking. In one study, people who sat or stood in expansive poses, chests out, shoulders back, taking up space, nearly doubled their chances of getting a second date. This worked for both men and women. In fact, adopting a confident posture worked better than smiling. Expansive posture does not just make people more attractive, it makes them feel more confident, which changes how they behave and how others respond. Okay, so the hormone data is mixed across studies, but the confidence effect shows up consistently. It is called embodied cognition. Okay, so research suggests that your body position influences influences your mental state, which affects your behavior, which affects how others perceive you. But here is the pose that broke the internet before the internet even existed: Contrapposto. So artists have known about this for centuries. You shift your weight to one leg, creating an S-curve in your torso. A 2020 study confirmed what artists have always known. This pose was rated significantly more attractive than standing straight. This is why models stand like this. They've known the secret forever. Why? Because it exaggerates your waist to hip ratio. That magic 0.7 number that shows up in study after study, no matter the culture. You don't need an hourglass, you need angles. The waist to hip ratio is not arbitrary. It is one of the strongest predictors of attractiveness across cultures and throughout history, okay? A ratio of around 0.7 signals optimal fertility and health. Marilyn Monroe had it. So did Sophia Loren, so does Scarlett Johansson. But here's the secret, okay? You don't need to have that ratio naturally. You just need to create the illusion of it. Contrapposto does that instantly. Nude heels that match your skin tone are going to eliminate the color break at your ankle, which are going to make your legs look longer. High-waisted bottoms are going to raise your apparent waistline. Monochrome outfits create a vertical line that elongates your silhouette. Avoid busy horizontal stripes if you are chasing length on camera. So here's a styling hack that actually adds instant sophistication. The rule of thirds, okay? So instead of breaking your outfit at the natural waist, break it at either the high waist or the low hip. This is going to create more interesting proportions and it makes you look taller. Watch how your waistline changes the second that you shift your weight. Posture is not just about looking good in pictures, it also affects how you feel and how others treat you. Research shows that people with better posture are perceived as more competent, more confident, and more leadership worthy. And here's the posture sequence that works every time. So stand with feet hip width apart, shift your weight to your back leg, engage your core, lengthen through the crown of your head, roll shoulders back and down, relax your arms, and if you feel that, that is confidence that you can actually wear. But there is one posture mistake that is aging you in real time, and most people don't even realize that they're doing it, okay? Forward head posture. Like this, okay? From looking down at phones all day. It creates a double chin. Even when you don't have a double chin, it rounds your shoulders. It makes you look older and less confident. The fix: chin tucks. So throughout the day, try to pull your chin back and lengthen the back of your neck. It feels weird at first, but it will transform your profile. Okay, so photography has been lying to you your entire life, you guys, but now science has caught up with what photographers have always known. The real reason that your selfies flop, it's not your makeup, it is the light. That's just the reality. Researchers proved what photographers always knew. 45-degree lighting makes you hotter. Overhead lighting completely wrecks you. Why is that? Because the angle matters, okay? 45 degrees defines your cheekbones and your jawline without creating harsh shadows under your eyes. Every single selfie that you have ever hated is probably because of bad lighting. Every single photo where you thought you looked amazing, good lighting. It's not about filters, it's about physics. So this next hack is going to make people DM you if you got work done. Face a window for natural light. Use a ring light for video calls. In restaurants, sit near table lamps, not under ceiling lights. Golden hour is not just for landscape photographers. It is flattering because it's soft, diffused light coming from the perfect angle. Indoors, put a lamp at head height, 45 degrees off center, shade facing you. But here is what most people get wrong about lighting, okay? They think brighter is better. Wrong. Softer is better. Harsh light creates harsh shadows. Soft light wraps around your features and it minimizes imperfections. The best lighting is large and close. So think of a window as a giant soft box. The bigger the light source relative to your face, the softer the light. And here is a lighting secret from portrait photographers: catch lights. Okay, so you want light reflecting in your eyes. This makes your eyes sparkle and it makes you look alive. If you don't have catch lights, you look dull and lifeless, even if everything else is perfect. And posing. Here are 5 poses that work every time. Chin out and slightly down, tongue to the roof. It feels weird, but it photographs elite. Squint your eyes slightly, confident instead of surprised. Turn your body 45 degrees to the camera. This slims your profile. If you put your hand on your hip, this is going to create space between your arm and torso. Angle the camera slightly above eye level. And if you do it below the nose, that is betrayal to yourself. Okay, so here is why each pose works. Chin out and down defines your jawline and it eliminates double chin. Tongue to the roof of your mouth tightens the muscles under your skin. Squinting slightly tightens your lower eyelids and it makes you look confident and engaged instead of surprised or vacant. Turning your body 45 degrees to the camera slims your silhouette and it creates more interesting angles. And a hand on your hip prevents your arm from pressing against your torso and looking larger. It also defines your waist. And a camera angle above eye level, it is universally flattering. It makes your eyes look bigger. It makes your features look more delicate. If you go below eye level, it makes you look imposing or just unflattering. So color psychology is also real. Red has been proven in multiple studies to increase attractiveness ratings, but it's not just red, okay? Wearing colors that actually complement your undertones makes your skin glow. So wrong colors are going to completely wash you out, but right colors are going to make you look like you are lit from within. So here's how to find your undertones. Okay, look at the veins on your wrist in natural light. If they're blue or purple, you are cool toned. If they are green, you are warm toned. And if you just can't tell, you're likely neutral and can wear both warm and cool colors. Cool toned people look great in jewel tones, icy pastels, and blue based reds. Warm toned people shine in earth tones, warm metallics, and orange based reds. But here's a color hack that works for everyone. Wear colors that match your eye color somewhere in your outfit, okay? It makes your eyes pop and it creates a cohesive, polished look. Time for some truth, you guys. The beauty industry has been lying to you, and I have the science to prove it. I love saying that, you guys. You can scroll TikTok for literally 5 hours and not get a single tip that is actually this effective. Do trims grow your hair? Growth equals scalp, not scissors. Does biotin grow your hair? Only if you're deficient. Does collagen erase your wrinkles? It is not a time machine. Independent testing has found some collagen powders have been contaminated with heavy metals. So yes, enjoy that $60 smoothie with a side of heavy metals. Jade rollers for contouring? Bullshit. Do jade rollers contour? No evidence. Can you shrink your pores forever? Your genetics said no, okay? I'm gonna elaborate on all of these myths though, because they're costing you money and results. So the trim myth is probably the most persistent. Hair grows from the follicle at your scalp, and cutting the ends has literally zero effect on the root. It is like saying cutting your fingernails makes them grow faster. The confusion comes from the fact that trimming prevents split ends from traveling up the hair shaft, which prevents breakage. Okay, so your hair appears to grow longer because it's not breaking off, but the actual growth rate is completely unaffected. Now, the biotin scam, this is worth billions, and here's the truth. Biotin deficiency is extremely rare. You would have to eat raw eggs daily for months to become deficient. Most people get plenty of biotin from food. Taking extra biotin when you're not deficient does nothing except make your urine expensive. High dose biotin can actually interfere with lab tests, including thyroid and cardiac markers. The collagen myth is more nuanced, okay? So yes, collagen is important for skin elasticity, but Eating collagen does not directly become skin collagen. It gets broken down into amino acids in your digestive system just like any other protein. Some small studies suggest modest benefits for skin hydration, but nothing dramatic, okay? Save your money and eat a diet with adequate protein. The Jade roller and gua sha craze is pure marketing. These tools might temporarily reduce puffiness through lymphatic drainage, but they don't change bone structure, they don't eliminate wrinkles or contour your face permanently. Any effect that you see is gone within hours, and the before and after pictures are literally just good lighting and angles. And pore size, largely genetic and permanent. You can minimize their appearance by keeping them clean and using retinoids to increase cell turnover, but you cannot permanently shrink your pores. Any product claiming to do so is lying. So if half the beauty industry is built on lies, what actually works? Okay, I'm gonna give you the 7-day science-backed plan, but first, I want to tell you about the one beauty myth that is actually dangerous. The natural is always better myth. Poison ivy is natural, so is uranium. Natural does not mean safe or effective. Some of the most proven beauty ingredients are lab created. Retinoids, lab created. Vitamin C serums, stabilized in labs. Meanwhile, plenty of natural ingredients can cause allergic reactions or photosensitivity. Judge ingredients by their safety profile and efficacy, not their origin story. Okay, so here's the 7-day transformation protocol. Day 1, SPF 30 plus. Can get it at the drugstore. Any beginner retinol, your favorite deep hair mask, basic heat protectant, simple whitening strips, and that's it. These 5 things are going to do more for your appearance than any expensive serum. Day 2, establish your skincare foundation. Vitamin C serum in the morning under your SPF, retinoid at night after cleansing, no vitamin C plus strong acids on the same morning if you are sensitive. Start with a pea size amount every 3rd night to build tolerance. Then day 3, deep condition, but before you slap it on, scan it in Hair2Hair to make sure that it is a match for your hair. If the app says it's only a 38% match for your hair, don't waste it. If it's a 90% match, you just found your holy grail. If your mask scans 35%, it's not trash, it's just not for your hair. Day 4, frame your face. Shape your eyebrows symmetrically, curl your eyelashes, apply mascara. These features are going to frame your face and enhance your natural beauty. Then day 5, posture boot camp. Practice the Contrapposto pose in the mirror. Lengthen through your crown, ribs stacked over hips. Work on expansive posture throughout the day, okay? And then day 6, strategic color addition. Add one red item to your wardrobe. Could be lipstick, a top, a dress, even a red accessory. Use the red effect to your advantage, okay? And then day 7, document your progress. Take the selfie, compare it to day 1. If you do everything that I say, you are not going to look the same. Glow ups are math now, but here's what I want you to understand about the 7-day plan. It is not about perfection. It is about optimization. You are not trying to become someone else. You are trying to become the best version of yourself. And here is the secret sauce: consistency beats intensity. Doing these things 80% of the time is going to get you better results than doing them perfectly for 1 week and then just giving up. So the goal is not to follow this plan forever. The goal is to build sustainable habits that make you look and feel better long term. I want to break down what each day is really doing for you guys. So day 1 is all about gathering your tools. You are investing in products that actually work instead of hoping and praying that they work. Then day 2 starts the skin transformation, okay? Vitamin C protects during the day. Retinoid repairs at night. And this combo is proven to improve skin texture, tone, and firmness over time. Then day 3 begins the hair optimization. So you're testing whether your current products are actually right for your hair type or just marketing fluff. Day 4 focuses on your features. Well-groomed brows and lashes frame your face and enhance your natural beauty without looking overdone. Day 5 builds confidence from the inside out. Good posture. It makes you look taller, slimmer, and more confident. It also makes you feel more powerful. Day 6 harnesses color psychology. Red gets attention. It increases attractiveness ratings across multiple studies. Even a small red accent can make a difference. And then day 7, this is when you're going to document your progress. So this isn't vanity, this is accountability. Pictures do not lie, and you need to see the changes to actually believe them. The compound effect of all of these changes, you are going to look like you've had work done, but you are going to know that it's just science. Okay, so now that you have the basics, I want to give you guys the advanced tactics that most people never learn. So first, let's talk about facial exercises. Okay, so facial exercises can help with tension and tone, but they're not going to change bone structure. They're not going to spot reduce fat. You can't spot reduce face fat or drastically change your bone structure, but you can strengthen the muscles that support your facial features. So face yoga is not about getting rid of wrinkles. It is about improving muscle tone and posture. So a stronger neck reduces the appearance of a double chin. Better facial muscle tone can suddenly lift and define your features. The exercise that works best: jaw releases. Open your mouth wide, move your jaw in circles, and gently massage the muscles around your jawline. So this is going to reduce tension that can make your face look tight and aged. So let's talk about facial massage, not for contouring, for circulation. Gentle upward strokes with facial oil increases blood flow, which gives you a natural glow. The key word is gentle though. Okay, so you're not trying to sculpt your face. You are trying to increase circulation. And the third thing is fragrance layering. So this is where most people go wrong. They spray perfume and they hope for the best. But scent has layers to it: top notes, middle notes, and base notes. Okay, so to make fragrance last longer and smell more complex, layer products with similar scent profiles. Start with a scented body wash, add a matching lotion, then finish with a perfume. Apply to your pulse points where your body generates heat, like your wrists, your neck, behind your ears, inner elbows. But here's the advanced tip: mist your brush from a distance and sweep through your hair, because hair holds scent longer than skin. Don't soak your hair strands in perfume though, because alcohol is drying, and don't use any heat tools right after. The fourth thing, let's talk about hair porosity. This is the secret to understanding why some products work for you and why some products don't work for you. Hair porosity refers to how well your hair absorbs and retains moisture. Low porosity takes forever to get wet, and products are going to sit on top. Use lighter formulas plus gentle heat to help absorption. High porosity soaks up fast, it loses moisture fast, and it frizzes fast. Prioritize protein plus richer sealants. And then medium porosity, it's flexible, most routines work. Fifth, let's talk about the one drugstore body product that fakes a facial: exfoliating gloves. They cost $3 and they remove dead skin better than most expensive scrubs. Use them in the shower with your regular body wash for instantly softer, smoother skin. The key here is using them correctly though, okay? So wet the gloves, apply a small amount of body wash, and use firm but not aggressive pressure. Work in circular motions, paying extra attention to rough areas like your elbows and your knees. Your skin is going to be noticeably smoother after one use. Use them 2 to 3 times per week for best results. The truth about hotness, you guys, here's the truth that they don't want you to know. Being hotter is not about luck. It is not about genetics. It is about understanding the science of attraction and using it strategically to your advantage. Every single tip here comes from real studies, not influencer fairy tales, not Instagram theories, not beauty guru opinions. Studies published in journals by real researchers. You now now have the blueprint: glowing skin through SPF and retinoids, healthy hair through proper care and tracking, strategic makeup that enhances your natural features, body language that projects confidence, lighting and posing that optimize your appearance, and colors that make you glow. Okay, but here's what I want you to really understand. This isn't about becoming someone else. This is not about fitting into some narrow definition of beauty. This is about becoming the most confident, optimized version of yourself. Confidence is the secret ingredient that makes everything else work. You can have perfect skin, you can have perfect hair and perfect makeup, but if you do not feel good about yourself, it is not going to matter. These strategies give you the tools to feel confident because you know that you are putting your best foot forward. You are not leaving anything to chance. You are using science to optimize your appearance, which gives you the confidence to be fully yourself. And remember, guys, none of this is about pleasing strangers. It is about how you show up for yourself. If you feel amazing with a buzz cut and zero makeup, own it. If you are here because you want to tweak and optimize, I've got you. Both are valid. Hotter is not luck, hotter is science, and you just got the cheat codes, okay? So drop a fire emoji if you are doing the 7-day plan, and remember, you guys, science is on your side. But before you go, let me leave you with this thought. So the beauty industry wants you to believe that looking good is complicated, it is expensive, and requires constant consumption of new products. That is how they make money. The truth is simpler. A few proven strategies applied consistently are going to give you better results than a bathroom full of trendy products, okay? You don't need more stuff, you need better strategy. And now you have it.